Stampers, how are you today? Today I am going to show you how I have made this little wee notepad. This is great for giving to anybody really, just to cheer someone up perhaps. I've done these for my team members, so the girls that are on my team, they're all getting one of these pads, and hopefully they haven't seen this video before they get their goodies in the mail. So each month I send out a pack to ladies that are in my part of my team who belong as Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. If you'd like to become one of my team members, there's an end slate at the end of this video, so please take a look at that. It gives you the information that you need, and I'd love you to be a part of my team. So let's get started and make our pad. So what we're going to need is, I just picked up an A4 pad. You need it with a little bit of card on the back, and just one without the holes in the side, and that's all really you need. You can do this all different sizes. You don't have to do this particular size. You're going to need a piece of card for the front, and this piece of card is measured, I've got something on my notes here, measured at 25 centimeters by 14.7 centimeters, and then I've scored it at 21.1 and 21.7, so you can just see there, and that is the depth of the pad. So you can alter these measurements to the depths of your pads. This particular pad I got in a set of 3 at Kmart, so if you are wanting to get this one. You then need a back cover. I'll just show you what that looks like finished up. This is what the back looks like, and that particular one I've done in Tip Top Top, and you're looking at a size of 21.1 centimeters and 14.7 centimeters. The other pieces that you will need is you will need some designer series paper. Now I'm using the Oh So Succulents designer series papers today, and I'm also using the stamp set. You'll need one piece, and that will be cut at 14.7 by 7 centimeters and 14.7 by 5 centimeters. Alright, so that's all we need to start with. We're going to get started. Oh look, I've bent my page over already. Now the stamp sets that we're going to be using today is quite a few. We're going to be using Oh So Succulent. We're going to be using the Celebration set, Any Occasion, and we're also going to be using the Celebration Designer Tea set. Alright, so that's little t-shirts, and these are what you pop in the little t-shirts. So these particular stamps here are available only through to March, and you can get these free when you spend over a value of money. So it's in New Zealand, it's $110. So if you want to know more of that, of course, let me know, and I can fill you in on those details. Alright, so we're going to adhere this particular one to the back of the stamp, and I've popped my Tombow away, as you do, and all you need to do is adhere the back. Now I've probably grabbed one without any in it. You're just going to adhere that back together. I might try the other end and see if some more comes out. It's always the way, isn't it? Oh well, I think I've got enough on there anyway. So you're just going to place that card onto the back and press it down. Right, next thing you're going to do is you're going to adhere the front to your pad, just like that. So all you need to do is, I don't put the glue in this part here, I just put it into this part. And of course that isn't going to work, is it? So I might just use some tear tape today. Pop that on. And that cover is not going anywhere. That is going to stay put on there, isn't it? I use so much of my Tombow glue. It is incredible how much I go through. I use it on lots of things because, whoops, it is the best liquid adhesive I've found, and whoops, it's great because you can maneuver things once you've put them on, and it's a matter of just sealing that down the back there. So there you have it. The reason I don't put any glue in here is because I actually like it to lift, and then when you do rip your pieces of paper off, it's not going to be stuck to the back of the card there. So once you've done that, the next step is to pop on our designer series paper. Now, before we do this, what we're going to do is we're just going to grab my snail, and we're going to run, I'll just grab that piece of paper back, we're going to run a piece of snail across there, and then we're just going to pop that on the top here, just like that. Okay, so those two are sealed together. Now that's going to help us because now we get our gorgeous ribbon from our occasions catalogue, and this is in the sugar plum, sweet sugar plum, and that is what that colour there is in the designer series paper. Now this ribbon is 19.5 centimetres long. So all you do is you turn that over, pop a bit of adhesive on there, and you want to line this up so that it covers that join, and then just pop it over like that, just like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pop a little bit of tear tape just over the top there like that. That just makes sure that that ribbon stays in place and it doesn't pop out. So peel that off. It's always the way when you're on camera that you can't get that tape off. There we go. And then we're just going to run that down there. And then just pop it back onto the top there, lining it all up with your edges. And there it is. Now, what I've gone and done is I have made these succulent flowers. Now, to make these, you need the Oh So Succulent stamp set, and you need your dies. Alright, so I've used all of these to make these flowers. So you need the three main ones, then you need the next one down from that, and these are just what I call the basic flower, and then that will all layer up like that. So there is 6 dies that you need to cut to make this one flower. But the benefit is that when you're running them through the die cut machine, you don't have to cut and go through the die cut machine 6 times. You just lay them all out on the same piece of paper and you cut once. And then you've got all your flowers for the one, all your pieces for the one flower. Love that idea. And it takes no time at all. Now you'll notice that I've stamped this little wee embellishment here, and that comes in the stamp set, and that is right here. Just got one stuck to me, which I'll put back. I don't know if you can see that little piece there, and I use the Whisper White, and I just pop that on the block. Whoops. Everything is sticking to me today. I'm not sure what is going on there. So all you do is you just go around and you add that to the tips. Doesn't that make it really pop and look like a succulent? It is so clever. The designer who designed this, well done to you. And you can just be a little bit random with it. So that's all. Now it's just those 3 pieces that I do that with, and then I just stick a little bit of snail in there, and you just whoops, wrong size, you just off center that flower going in, next one, and off center that one. Then you've got the 3 smaller, what I call the basic flower, and we're going to put some glue dots on those, because they're a little smaller and it's just a little bit trickier to get that glue in there. Then we're going to grab this one, pop that there, and then the little baby one on top. Oops. Okay. And that one just in there. So there we have our succulent flower. Now I'm going to pop some adhesive on the back there. There we go. Whoops. Pop that on there, just like that. Give it a good push. Then what I go do is I just go around and I just give them a little tweak and just bring up some of those flowers just to lift it off and give it a little bit more 3D effect. Just, you can do it as much or as little as you like, but it's nice just to give them a little lift. Okay, so the next things we have got, whoops, is we are going to make up the flowers that are on the, whoops, that go on here as well. And if we just refer back to here, they're just these little flowers just here, and they're quite easy to make. You just need a piece of white cardstock, and I'm just going to use some basic cardstock. We're going to grab the flowers out of my little stamp set here. So I'm using this particular one there. Now with all these flowers, you get a base and then you get an outline on the top there. We're going to use that one, and we're going to use a much bigger one as well. And the outline of that one. Alright, so I'm just going to stamp one up first and show you how that process works. So I'll just grab my sweet sugar plum. I'm just going to... Now I really like to use my mattes when I'm doing solid colours because I get a much even stamp. Now I'm going to stamp off and then I'm going to press. And there you get, see I didn't stamp off properly, but you get that nice lighter colour. Then you're going to go in and grab your outline stamp. And then you're going to stamp it on the outline. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to twist your stamp until you get it exactly how it is on there. And I can't see, so I'm just going to guess because I can't lean over in front of the camera. And I got it bang on. How's that? It's pretty good, huh? So there we have that flower. The other flower we're going to make is the smaller version. Just get rid of that there. And we're going to do that with, whoops, Pear Pizzazz and Old Olive as the outline. Okay, so this is our solid colour. Because this is lighter, I'm not going to stamp this one off. I'm just going to stamp that like that. Then we go in with the darker colour. And we just line that up. Whoops. Line that up to where we think that is. And we're going to cross our fingers again because I can't really see. And I missed with that one. But you can see what you actually have to do. So if you're looking straight over the top, you actually can see it match up underneath. So there we have that. Now what we're going to do is in our die cuts here, we have some dies that fit over top that we're going to run through the die cut machine and cut these out. The other details that we're going to use is we're going to use this one here. I'm going to cut this one out and I'm going to cut out some greenery as well. So just hang fire, I'm just going to do that for you and we'll be back in a second. Okay, I've gone ahead and I've punched out those two flowers. I've also done some grass and a little bit of hanging greenery. So we're just going to attach those now to the flower arrangement here that we're doing. Oops. And I'm going to pop this one here up on some dimensionals. So we'll just pop this up there. There we go. So let's pop him just in there, just to cover some of that line and break it up. I'm then going to put some adhesive on there and pop that in there. Give us some nice green, about some grass. Put that in there. You can get your flower arranging skills working really well here on this. It's just wherever it looks good. There we have it. Okay, so that's all we need to do with the arranging of the flower. The next step you want to be doing is you will be taking the Any Occasion Celebration set, and these are banners. So we want the little line here that represents the string for all the bits and pieces to hang off. So we take that out. Now there's one key to this. This particular piece, or this particular stamp, can be manipulated into different ways, and some people find that when they stick it on and then they go to stamp it, it's not a perfect sort of string falling, and that's because they've stuck it on this way, like that. Now you can manipulate it to be like this. So as you can understand, it is difficult to get that to stay in the position you want. So what you do is you lay it down just free without any movement to it, and it will hold its form. Then what you do is you just place your stamp block right on top, and it holds that perfect form for you. Alright, next step, we need black ink. Get our basic black, ink up this string, make sure it's really inked up. There we have it. Okay, now I eyeball the center of the pad and I line this up with that where I've eyeballed it, and you want to place it a little closer to the top, not really in the middle. And there you have that. Do it again, but this time you're going to join the string up. And I'm guessing because I can't see. There we go. So that's the string, and these are going to be holding our t-shirts that we were going to use, the designer T stamp. Now I bought the designer T stamp set that is available in the catalogue, Occasions catalogue, and I bought the t-shirt dies, which are here with all the little bits and pieces, ties and things like that for the clothes, and then I got free this stamp set in the celebrations, and I'm going to use this one today because there's the words on it that I want to use. So what we're going to do is I've cut out already one of this one and one from this one in the tip top torp that we have put on the back of the pad. So I've already pre-cut those out to save time, and I'm just going to show you how I decorate them. So I'm just going to take the stamps out. Now the stamps I'm going to choose are one which says "When in doubt, stamp." I think that's very appropriate for me. And the other one is "Don't quit your daydream," which I think is just really cool. So we'll take those two stamp sets out, or stamps out. Okay, so we'll first of all stamp the daydream one. Don't quit your daydream. And I'm going to use the, whoops, sweet sugar plum, because we've got a bit of that in this design. So we just ink that up. And I'm just going to put it in the lower part of this t-shirt. There we go. So it's just there. The next one I'll stamp is this little singlet. And that's going to be "When in doubt, stamp." And I'm actually going to change that. I'm going to make that white. Make sure that's synced up. And this one I'm going to put near the top. There we go. Now, we're going to decorate this one first off, and I'm going to sponge it, and that's going to give me the shirt, it's going to age the shirt a little bit. I'm going to do the edges, and it just softens it, it just makes it look like you've been wearing it. Gives it some age, and then all I did the edges, and then I just go like this, which just gives it a little bit of texture. So that one's going to hang on this washing line. Then with this particular one, what we're going to do is we're going to add a collar. The collar I have cut out in the same paper that I've used down here, and we're just going to adhere that to the little shirt like that. Isn't that so cute? Just put some adhesive on and pop that on the top. Line it up. Isn't it cute? I like that. So there we go. Now we're just going to do a little bit more decoration. I'm going to get my white pen, and I'm just going to put some stitch marks here on the sleeves. Only because I can't leave things plain. I'm a bit of a fiddler really. And I'm going to put some little wee buttons on our shirt. And I'm then going to just put some little dots around the edge, which you probably won't be able to see. It's just a little bit of extra detail around the edge of the collar. And then what else shall I do? I'll put some stitching along the bottom of the shirt just to give it some detail. Right, there we go. That is that. Now, bit of adhesive on the back. Make sure that the blouse stays in. Okay, right, there we go. And we'll stick this shirt. Pop that there. Then what I'm going to do is we need pegs on our washing line. So I am going to use, let me have a little look what I've done with my little bits and pieces. I'm sure it's going to appear to me in a minute. There they are. I'm going to use these little in colour accessories that I've got here, and I'm going to put the pegs on the washing line, and I'm going to use stars on my washing line. My pegs are stars, so we just pop them on the clothes so it looks like they've been hung up. There we go. We have to have the same pegs on this side. And there we have it. So that's that part. Now I just get a little bit more where I've got to finish this off a bit better. Inside here is this little tassel, and I'm going to put the little tassel on as well. And I'm going to use Sweet Sugar Plum because I'm just in love with that colour. Of course I have to use it. Put the little tassel on, ink it up, line it up, and you're just popping that tassel in there just to add some excitement to your washing line. Alright, so there we have your pad. It's very simple to do, and it really doesn't take long at all once your ideas start to flow. And you can change this all around. You can have the shirts and the blouses down here and the flowers up the top. It's totally up to you how you design your pad, but there's the basics for it anyway. Enjoy stamping, and please send me some photos. I'd love to see some photos of your designs as well. So also at the end of this video is the end slate. If you'd like to join my team and receive one of these, just click my email address and send me an email and we can have a chat. I can send you an information pack and let you know what we do as a team. So thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.